Hey everyone, welcome back to Boston Autoblog. Yesterday I got a notification thanks to LinkedIn that I started Boston Autoblog 4 years ago. And I thought that today would be a great day to discuss how my YouTube channel, how my Instagram account, and how my website came into existence. So right before the summer of 2013, I was an editor for a blog called Harwood Houdini, which was a website for the Boston Celtics. I would discuss, topics on the Celtics, the NBA, and for 2 years prior to that, I had my own website called Boston B-Ball. So you can kind of see the inspiration there with Boston Autoblog. But I was just a writer. I'd write about 30 articles a month, sometimes more, depending on if it was a busy month in terms of basketball. And that's all I did. I was just a writer. So right around the summer of 2013, I wasn't getting paid to write, even though I was supposed to. And I figured, I'm never gonna have a career doing this. I had been writing for 3 years, and my impatience got to me. I think had I stuck with it, I would have been fine. But one thing that's very different with journalism, as opposed to being an automotive guy, is that you have to deal with a lot more copyright issues. So when you go to car events, you take photos of Lamborghinis, Maseratis, Ferraris, McLarens, everything, and you don't have to deal with the brand coming to you and saying you can't take photos of this because it's copywritten. With journalism, now I was not a photographer, so I wasn't going to Celtics games, I wasn't going to any basketball games. I wasn't able to get photos, so I had no press credentials, no nothing. So I had to either take photos from USA Today, or I just had to write articles with no photos. Now, if you think about that, no media is awful. No one likes reading just text. So there was a lot of limitations with journalism as opposed to being automotive. If you think about now with Boston Autoblog, I can be on Instagram, I can be on my website, I can be on YouTube right now. That was one of the major changes where I figured there was a lot more growth for me, that I could actually be more than just a writer. I could be a video guy. I could be, I could be a photographer. And there was a lot more, daylight in terms of what I could do, and I think I could really push myself to the next level. Now, Boston Autoblog's evolution is kind of interesting because I originally wrote just to talk about cars that I was going to buy, because I was just around the age of 20, and I was looking at cars I wanted to buy, and I just wanted to write articles to kind of inform myself more than anything, because I kind of got out of the car scene as a kid. When I moved away from my hometown, I lost that car connection. Growing up where I did, there was a lot of car scenes, there was a lot of JDMs, everything. So I was surrounded by cars as a kid, but when I moved, it all changed because everyone was into sports and stuff, and I had to change to fit in. Now, I wish I didn't do that, because I think that had I stuck with cars, I would have been a lot further along where I am than I am right now. I think that, I think I would have been generally a happier person had I stuck in the car scene and really loved cars. So Boston Autoblog was going through a lot of changes because I talk about car news, but then I'd start talking about, car dealerships, how they could be a lot better on social media and stuff like that. And I really I didn't have that one main voice, that one main idea that I would stick with, that would actually be beneficial for the growth of my website and beneficial for the actual page itself throughout all social media. When I reached Instagram, that's when everything really changed, because I started seeing other people on YouTube and Instagram posting photos and doing videos of all these Lamborghinis and Ferraris. I'm thinking, where are they seeing these cars? Like, I didn't know that. To me, prior to 2015, I didn't know that Lars Anderson existed. I was not aware of the car scene in that regard. I did not know that Cars and Coffee was everywhere at the time. Now, it's grown significantly in the last 2 years, and I mean, it's amazing just how big the car scene is getting in this area. So my first car event was 2015 at Mercedes-Benz of Linfield, and that's when everything changed. I started, really getting into the car scene again. I started, I started taking photos. I only had a GoPro. Actually, the GoPro that I'm recording on right now was all I had. And I'd be taking photos with the GoPro. I didn't even take any videos with it. And, that's how I started. And so, it's funny, last week at Boston Cars and Coffee, the weather wasn't ideal, but it reminded me of my first Boston Cars and Coffee, which it had rained out, and the turnout wasn't that great. But when I saw a Lamborghini Huracan, I was like, no way. So like I started taking photos of that, and then slowly but surely I started really getting acclimated to the car scene, and that's when I started going to every single event that they had. 2016 was when I went to everything, and that's really how Boston Autoblog really started taking off, because it was just primarily Instagram, and then I just started using an iPhone for video, and then sure enough, 1 year later, I started doing video with the camera work. So it's just amazing to see where I've gone in the last 4 years with this website, and also just the YouTube channel and the Instagram account in general. For old time's sake, I went back to my first post on Instagram. I wasn't even posting native content. It wasn't even my own photos. And it's just comical to see how things have changed completely. And so I guess what you can take away from that is, wherever you're starting from, whether it's your iPhone, whether it's an Instagram account, whether it's a website, just stick to it. Keep posting, keep taking photos, keep doing videos, and eventually you'll get better and better, and you'll start getting your confidence up. I could never do this. I could never be in front of a GoPro talking about stuff, even with like sports. I could never do that. So like just over time, I started getting the confidence, not only in my ability to take photos, but also my ability to do, voiceovers, videos, and, everything just changed overall. I think that it's really helped me in all, avenues of my life. So the upcoming car event at Lars Anderson is British Car Day, which I will be there, and I'll have a video for that as well. And once again, as usual, just thank you so much for your feedback and your support. It means a lot. As a content creator, and as someone who's been writing for years, and someone who's been at this for a while, what really means a lot to me is that people come up to me and say, you're Boston Autoblog, or you're Mike Serra. When I was writing for sports, no one came up to me. For 3 years I was writing. Not one person came up to me. My family didn't even know I was writing. My extended family didn't even know I was writing at all. And, my friends, like, they weren't really into sports like I was. So, no one would ever come up to me and say, you're Boston B-Ball, or, you write those articles and stuff. That never happened. And to me, every single person that comes up to me, it means a lot, because at least I know that my content is getting somewhere, that I'm at least, making an impact somewhere. It really means a lot when someone said to me that, I really love your YouTube channel, I love your content. That just means a lot. I mean, I can't believe that, especially where, I'm so critical of what I post and what I take photos of and videos of, that it just means a lot that, someone's really getting a lot of enjoyment out of my videos and my channel. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more in-car vlogs and upcoming videos. And I will see you guys at British Car Day on Sunday.